Sawadee krap, I'm JP Mestanza, and it's the end of the week. It's Friday, October 25th. Today marks the release of the latest edition of the English language newspaper, the Phuket News, as well as our Russian language sister paper, Novosti Phuketa. Grab your copy at locations around the island. You're watching Phuket Xtra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. Another tragic drowning here in Phuket, as a 2-year-old boy drowned in an abandoned pool in Sri Sutorn's Move 5 area on Thursday, the second drowning of a young child this week. The boy was discovered by a neighbor who found the child face down in the water at about 5 p.m. on Thursday. The boy was found in an abandoned pool among homes near Ban Ruai Charuen in Sri Sutorn and was seen playing in the area earlier in the day, according to police. He was rushed to a local hospital. However, efforts to revive the boy were unsuccessful. Police met with the parents of the boy at the hospital after they were called in, and so far, initial reports from relatives indicated no suspicion surrounding the death. Police have made no mention of charges for the child's death. The boy's death comes just a day after a 5-year-old Chinese tourist, another boy, drowned while swimming with family members at a hotel pool in Karon on Wednesday. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. At midnight tonight, Friday, the statute of limitations to bring anyone responsible for the 2004 deaths of 78 Thai Muslims in the Deep South will expire, and while calls continue for officials to extend the charges to bring justice for the victims, the Prime Minister says she's sorry, but no. Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra took office 2 months ago, becoming the youngest premier in the country's history at just 37 years old. Her father, Thaksin Shinawatra, was the prime minister in 2004 when the aforementioned Tak Bai massacre took place. Thousands gathered outside the Tak Bai police station in Narathiwat province on October 25, 2004 to protest the detention of 6 men. Police responded with tear gas. That's when the crowd reportedly threw rocks. Police then fired into the air, and when the dust settled, 7 protesters were found dead. Then, about 1,300 protesters were arrested. They were ordered to strip naked, lie on their bellies, and crawl to the army trucks parked nearby. They were stacked on top of each other and then taken to an army camp in neighboring Pattani province. But during the 5-hour journey, 78 detainees died from organ collapse or suffocation. Not one person has spent a day in prison over their deaths. The prime minister at the time, Thaksin, expressed regret over the deaths, but stated that the military personnel did nothing wrong. The case has seen little progress until earlier this year, when relatives of the victims lobbied the government to bring those in the case to justice, and the Narathiwat Provincial Court filed criminal charges against 9 military and security officials who were in charge during the incident and issued the orders that led to the deaths. The list of those charged are now on your screen, but they include police generals, police lieutenant generals, the former governor of Narathiwat province, and the commander of the 4th Army region at the time, General Pisan Watanawongkiri, who later became a member of parliament for the current ruling party. He, a friend of Thaksin's, claimed diplomatic immunity, but later he fled the country under the guise of having a medical operation outside of Thailand, and then was later stripped of his status as MP. Then, in September, 8 more people were charged with premeditated murder in Pattani Provincial Court over the incident, which includes some of the similar names and other lower-level security personnel who transported the prisoners. However, despite several summonses to appear before the court and hear the charges, not one has ever stepped foot in court or jail over the incident. Days before the statute of limitations were set to expire on the case earlier this week, an event called Pedaling for Oxygen took place in the Deep South, whereby activists and cyclists, including some from neighboring Malaysia, cycled the 145-kilometer journey from the Tak Bai police station to the military camp in Pattani province as a symbolic search for oxygen to honor the demonstrators who suffocated and died that day in 2004. However, despite all these efforts and other calls for justice, this week, Premier Paetongtarn, again the daughter of the man who was in charge of the country at the time, apologized for the deaths that took place 2 decades ago. She stated, quote, "As the Prime Minister today, I deeply regret this event, and on behalf of the government, I sincerely apologize. We will do our utmost to ensure that such incidents never happen again." However, when asked whether the government will extend the statute of limitations on the case, she stated that, while her government has consulted with the Council of State and relevant authorities, they have concluded that such a move will not be taking place. For more, visit the link in the description.
just before you break a bone.
A crackdown on illegal migrants in Phuket has seen immigration officials nab 12 foreigners found violating the Immigration Act or working illegally following a series of raids over the last 2 weeks. From October 9th to October 18th, immigration officers in Phuket inspected 22 locations across the island, including establishments and residences where foreign nationals frequently gather. The effort is part of a crackdown on illegal activities involving foreign nationals. In total, 621 foreigners were checked, and out of that number, 12 were arrested for various law violations, mostly of the Immigration Act or working illegally on the island. Phuket Immigration Chief Police Colonel Kriangkrai Ayaying said that officers' efforts will continue with a focus on foreign nationals operating illegal businesses, acting as criminal influencers, or engaging in, quote, gang-related activities. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Marine biologists here in Phuket are once again sounding the alarm over garbage in the ocean after a sea turtle that washed ashore dead in the north earlier this week was found to have plastic in its stomach. The carcass of a juvenile green sea turtle washed ashore Mai Khao Beach on Tuesday, near the area where people watch aircraft take off and land at the Phuket International Airport. Marine biologists from the Siditarn Marine Endangered Animals Rescue Center were called to recover the severely decomposed carcass and found that the turtle weighed 12 kilograms with a shell of about 52 centimeters long and 51 centimeters wide. Marine officials at the scene dissected the carcass, which revealed that the turtle's stomach and intestines were filled with seagrass, mangrove pods, and various forms of marine waste, including plastic. Some of the plastic were portions of nylon rope, which had tightly packed with other waste materials and is believed to have caused intestinal inflammation, leading to the turtle's death. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Thanks so much for joining us here today and capping your week with us at Phuket Extra, brought to you by pbcphuket.com. We have so much going on here in Phuket, so you can check out all of the events that are happening here on the island at our events listing page on thephuket.news.com. Have a great weekend out there, and we'll see you again next week. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to $20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment, offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.